I agree, bro. All right, we're going live right now, by the way. I want to get this thing cracking.
Let's go, bro.
Yes. We are live as Dreamlife is walking away, but we are live.
I'll be back.
He'll be back, he said. He's coming, but we are live right now. It is, what the hell day is it? It's Wednesday. I should know it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, May 13th. It's approximately about 3 p.m. on the East Coast, noon on the West Coast, all different times all across the world. Let us know where you're at in the chat.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, Dreamlife.
How we doing?
How are you, bro? Like, how's life, man?
Good, bro. I'm good because I'm feeling this new time schedule that we're doing now, man. I know there was a few people that were kind of like bummed out that we changed the time, but honestly, like for me, like I'm much more creative at this time. By the time on the last time we were doing it, I was done by 9 o'clock or whatever time it was. So I'm feeling good right now, bro. I'm feeling excited and definitely vibing.
Yeah, bro. Same with me. It's when we're doing these shows at 8, 9, 10 o'clock on the East Coast, you're talking about 4 in the morning over in the UK and different places. So it just makes sense to do it a little bit earlier. Hopefully, everybody understands. But we appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. I'm really, really excited about this show. I know I probably say that about every show, but I'm super excited about this show. If you guys are new to this show, this is the Beat Banter. So every week, myself and Dreamlife.
Hashtag Beat Banter.
Yep, you can hashtag Beat Banter, but every week we basically, we flip an acapella live on air. We also give away free sounds each week that you guys can cook up with and then submit them back to us that we review each week. So there's a lot of interactive and collaborating going on. And every week we bring on guests. This week we have Termanology. We're bringing him back because last week we had problems with the connection. Yep. And then also Breana Marin, you know what I mean? Like Breana is the queen of hooks, is just an incredible person, an artist overall. We're gonna be bringing her on. We're gonna talk to her about selling beats with hooks on BeatStars and kind of like what her process is. We've got a jam-packed show, so I'm ready to get this cracking for sure.
Yeah, man. And there's a bit of pressure on me today. I've got to admit. Someone sent me a certain acapella for a certain song, which in my opinion is a classic song. So I'm about to remix one of my favorite songs ever. So I'm feeling a bit of pressure, Mike. Pressure's on, bro.
Let me know what that sample is, man. Let people know what it is and what you're going to be working on today. And so the first 40 to 50 to 60 minutes or so, we're going to be working on this acapella, taking Q&A during it, just getting people's feedback on it, and just see what Dreamlife can do live on air. But yeah, tell the people what the sample is.
All right, so the song that we're remixing is "Watch How It Go Down" by Termanology. I'm gonna play a little bit of it before we get cracking, so that you guys can get an idea of the vibe. It was produced by one of the goats, and when I say goat, I don't label many people that. It was produced by DJ Premier, so it's a lot to live up to. It's an incredible track, great energy. So we're gonna try and remix it today and kind of give it a slightly different vibe. We're gonna see what we can do. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be using a sample that I cooked up myself. That's gonna be coming out in one of my packs on Friday. So I'm gonna be trying to make that work, and yeah, that it's gonna be vibes. Let's see how it comes out.
Hell yeah, I'm excited to hear this. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat joining us. I know it's a new time, some new faces. You guys are in for a special treat. Tell your friends to get in here. I'm going to be gifting some VIPs memberships as well. Everybody you see with the pink diamond in the Twitch chat, that's a VIP. So if you don't have one, you're most likely going to get one. But yeah.
It's nice to see some familiar faces in the chat too. We appreciate you guys checking in with us every week. We really do.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Nicola Tracks in the chat. Yeah, I've been with BeatStars for probably about 8 years, full-time for 3. I'm the community director, so that means I do a lot of different stuff. I could probably talk the whole show about what I do. But yeah, that's my role.
There's probably a lot of different things that you're doing.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna still send out some so the people who have been submitting their remixes to the samples that we've been giving out, I'm gonna be taking care of that this week. Sorry on the delay, guys. It's been kind of crazy, but I'm gonna get you guys some hats just for rocking out with us. They'll be BeatStars hats. Let me clarify that, because that's what I have physically in my hands You know, the Beat Banner hats you have to actually order through the Printful store. I'm gonna get
Excellent,
you one,
bro.
Polo. I'm gonna get you one, man. I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna get everybody in here who doesn't have one right now. But yeah, load that up, man. Let's get into it, man. I'm hyped.
All right, man. I'm gonna share my screen. I got the terminology joint ready to play, so we're gonna get into that.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's hear this track that he's about to remix.
You just got to let me know if the audio is coming through okay. You can see my screen now, right?
Yep, I can see it.
All right, I'm gonna go full screen. If you can hear it, just let me know.
Nope. Did you hit share audio when you did the share screen?
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, I can't hear it.
All right, let me try again, bro.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, just unshare and then redo it.
Share computer sound. Okay. It might be something to do with my preferences, bro.
Yep. It's all good, man.
Zoom audio device. Yeah, that's what we need. You hear this?
Nope.
Yeah. Wonders of technology, bro. You gotta love it. All right.
Yeah, I don't think there should be any type of problem. We've been doing this for weeks now. We'll get it fixed.
Ah, bro, I know what it is. Hang on. I got you, bro. My bad.
No, you're good, man. Just gonna dock it off of your pay stub each week.
Yeah, bro. Damn. You're gonna leave me with nothing, bro.
Well, what's 10% of zero, bro?
Hey, too much information.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
All right, guys. This is about to get really interesting. So I'm telling you, lock in now. If you gotta go to the bathroom, go do it now.
You can see my screen, right? I'm gonna try it from Safari.
Yes, sir. Damn, 23 different countries we had in the last show. That's crazy. Let's get it up to 50. I can hear now.
You got that, yeah?
Yep.
Crackling.
Watch how we go down. Primo. Yeah. What up, Tom? Tell me your name again, my nigga. Termanology. Show up. Word up. Word up. Watch how we go down.
Hey, yo, Breana.
Yeah. What's good?
Seeing that it's 2006. And this being the honor that it is.
Word.
I figured I'll take it and teach the kids.
Watch how we go down.
Out here on these streets, all we got is gun clips. 30 chicks and niggas that snitch.
That's what's up.
Can't forget about the drug strips.
Look at you,
Shit. Yo, I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finna go past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system and trash of sin. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack of sin. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gun and then running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, touch me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun. Give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple dirty cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the rest is for cooking and stretching. We just trying to feed our kids. The streets crazy wild, plus it get crazy foul. Listen when I say it now.
Watch how we go down.
And that's the reason little kids get hit by strays, cause motherfuckers can't act their age. Before you learn how to shoot, better learn how to aim. It's already enough of our people that's dying from AIDS. I try and remain calm, but it's frying my brain, and I'm ashamed. My generation died for change.
Bro.
Fire, bro. 2006, man.
2006, man.
How old were you in 2006, bro?
Must have been like, whoa, let me do the maths. So that's 14 years ago, right?
14. So take your age minus 14.
19, bro.
19. Oh,
yeah.
I was 23, man. How old were you in 2006, people? Drop it in the chat. Curious to see.
And that was my favorite joint when it dropped, bro.
Yeah, that
So,
joint's
like,
a slapper, man.
So to be remixing this right now is a big deal for me. Trust me, man.
Hell yeah. So guys, we're gonna take that acapella and flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said they were 4. Shout out to you. It's all good. That's what music's great. You know, bring everybody together. Okay, Levi, 25. Okay, old head. Hell yeah, I cannot wait to see what you do with this thing.
You can
man.
see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
What up, Tom? Tell me your name.
Oh, probably couldn't hear that. But...
So this is Termanology. If you guys aren't familiar with Termanology, definitely check him out. Been doing this thing for a long
Termanology.
time.
Can you hear this?
Yes, we can.
Termanology.
All right, man. Let's get this cracking. 92 BPM. I already know the BPM this week, which is like so helpful, bro.
Yeah, that's a big help. I'm sure.
Yeah, what's good?
Seeing that it's 2006, and this being the honor that it is,
Word.
I figured I'll take it as the holy resurrection, the pun, drug strips. No doubt.
Bring it to my bro.
Shit. Yo, I see myself as the
Nasty in the house. What up, Nasty?
as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't as the holy resurrection, as the holy resurrection.
Yo, can you close that disc because almost full? It's gonna give me OCD this whole entire time, bro.
I got you, bro. It's probably up a few more times, bro. Just let me know when it does.
All right, it's not a big deal then.
I got
Holy
to organize my shit.
Holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Holy resurrection, the pun. Holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past platinum. It's hard.
That's the crazy shit right there, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Political past
Trying
rapping
to
with
get this
visuals.
lined up to the metronome just to have a good starting point.
Hell yeah.
Political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspired to teach
Anyone
the
that's
youth
watched
to
any of
fight.
the shows the last couple of weeks will be able to tell that remixing acapellas is a weird thing with the tempo. Even if the tempo's on, it can be a little bit off sometimes.
Yep.
Political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspired to teach the youth to fire, to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us sin. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack us in.
I reckon Term's got that beat from Primo and he's just like, I gotta write the illest shit ever.
Hell yeah, bro. That shit is probably so
Political
motivating.
past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspired to teach the youth. 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 The fire to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in. Them traps us in, they tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack us in. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gun and then running and ducking from the government. The gunning and running and ducking. Running and running and ducking from the government. Running and ducking from the government. Running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up. Political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past platinum.
It's coming together already. I can hear it.
I'm reaching for a break on this one, bro. I definitely want to keep it true to its hip hop roots, man. Someone told me that Logic just dropped an update. Logic, the program. Has anyone in the chat had a chance to mess with that yet? Because I don't know whether to install that joint or not. Gonna go with the energy, bro.
Yeah, I'm digging
the energy.
I'm digging it already, man. I see where we're going with this.
Political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspired to teach the youth. The fire to hit the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system
shit, bro, that break is perfect.
Yeah, it is.
Political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspired to teach the youth. The fire to hit the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in. Political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and finna go past. Myself as the
Now-
holy
now we're
resurrection
talking.
upon strips down. Lips, dirty chicks and niggas that snitch. Strips down. Yo, I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one rapper that's lyrical slack. Yo, I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one rap the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't, I see myself as the holy resurrection upon.
Got a little bit of a bounce to it, bro.
Yeah, it does.
Because in the original, Primo's drums were actually like really minimal. I'm not even sure he had a hi-hat. I think it was literally just a kick and a snare. So it'd be dope to have something a little bit busier.
I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one rapper that's lyrical slash Latin political past rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth, them high to beat the loop. The system and traps of sin, they tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack of sin, the back of the crack is in. I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then
I'm gonna mess with this break a little bit. This is what I'm talking about, it being crazy off the grid.
Bro, that's what we do here, man. It's got to be crazy, and it's got to be off the grid.
It has to be off the grid, bro.
I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. I see my.
This little shuffle here is crazy as hell.
Yeah, bro.
We lost Mike. We lost him. I'm gonna just get this break where I need it to go to and then start loading up the sample.
I'm here. My dog is barking.
Well, I know that struggle. Mine are barking right now too. You got one dog though, right, mate?
I got 3, bro.
Oh, right, dope. Got 4.
Yeah, I got 3 dogs, man.
Hell
3
yeah,
dogs.
I got 4 and that's not enough.
Exactly, bro. I could have like 100.
Yeah. It's a lot of work though.
It is a lot of work, man.
And it's financial burden as well. I'm needing to go to the vets like every other week.
Bro, it's definitely cost me a few grand a year.
Oh, the joy of chopping breakbeats, bro. It's like I always say, like you have to put the groundwork in on the drums. Like the first thing you do, it just makes everything else much easier. Like spending loads of time on it, like up front, just helps you finish a track later a lot easier.
Agreed.
resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finna go past platinum. I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political.
It doesn't quite.
Then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finna go past platinum. I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm.
All right, I'm gonna get a sample in there now. So this is the sample. I don't know if you can hear this, but can you hear that?
I can hear that. Yep.
It's gonna go super grimy.
So to clarify, is this the sample you were giving away for free?
No, this isn't. This is a sample I cooked up like a few days ago, and it just happened to be a similar tempo to the acapella. So I wanted to use it, but I'm dropping this on Friday.
Hell yeah.
No, what's up with that?
Liking the sounding of this, man.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that.
Rugged. Going for that rugged hip hop shit today, man.
We need it. We need it, man.
It's early in the day, but we're making some grimy nighttime stuff.
Hey, that's how it goes down, man.
Yeah. No pun intended. Watch how it go down. As I always do, try to get a little bit more out of the break. Transient design on it, just to kind of make it punchy, make it a little bit more punchy. So just to do a little sound comparison, and this is just a preset. I actually use this preset on most of the breaks that I flip, but with just kind of punches through a little bit more. You can do the opposite. You can take the punch away from it completely too. It's pretty subtle, but when you have everything packed onto the break, like that little subtle difference really helps.
Okay. Ooh, man. I like where this is going.
I feel like I need this kick to hit more than it's hitting right now.
Yeah,
So
that should sound good to me, man.
I just need a little bit. I just need a little bit more lower end on the kick. So I'm at
sounded like 50 over there, just a little bit.
Just want to layer some kick under this break. I think we're good on the snare. So I'm gonna. Some of you may have already seen me use this before, but a super dope drum replacement tool that I like to use. You kind of got to finesse it quite a lot, but. And again, this is just kind of getting into details, spending time on details up front so that it makes it easier later.
Guys, I'm dropping the link in the chat if you want to go to the site, get the sample pack that we're giving away each week for free. The new one is up there now for this coming week. Go up there, you can download it, and go right back to the same site to upload your finished track too. Yeah, Dreamlife for the sample packs that you're giving away too. Some people are asking, are they royalty free?
They're not royalty free. No way. Basically, you're able to upload them to your BeatStars. You're able to lease beats. You're able to sell exclusives to them to the beat. You're able to do pretty much what you want with them without paying any royalties. However, if you were going to land a major placement, royalties and producer splits would be negotiated.
There you go.
All right.
Drums are so fire, man.
This is the boring part of the stream, guys.
Not boring though. I'm sure people watching, they're learning and listening.
Hopefully, man.
I'm soaking it all in, man. Checking out comments.
Yeah, bro. I wish someone showed me this shit without me having to figure this shit out. But
yeah, guys, lock in, pay attention.
Where the drums at? Kicks. And what it does is it has the same velocity as the break as well. You can see down here where my mouse is at, like that's the velocity of the kick from the break. And this plugin called Drumagog, here is the name. It re-triggers them at the same velocity. So now we got like a heavier kick under the break. And then something else I'd like to do is kind of, well, firstly, I like to commit it to audio because sometimes it's kind of crazy. It doesn't trigger it back like consistently. So commit it to audio. And you can see there, like all the lengths, all the velocities are different, which is what we want, which is basically what gives us the human feel to this. And then we're gonna duck the breakout ever so slightly when the kick hits to make the kick cut through a little bit more. I messed up a bit.
Uh-oh, he messed up. We got you. It's on film.
Damn.
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
All right. I really like to get surgical with this stuff, man. I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to commit that again to audio because I mean a little change to it. Yeah.
Sorry, I muted myself again.
All right. Still missing a kick, Mike. Yep.
Woo, here we go.
Out of tune guitar is what we need. So there's like an out of tune guitar that I put on there under there on purpose, under and I'm layering it under an in tune horn. And I don't know why, it just gives me like some Wu-Tang vibes. The fact that the guitar's like out of tune under the horn. I don't know why, like scientifically it does that, but.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah. Kind of sounds completely different when it's layered, right?
Yep. Big time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we froze. Oh, I can hear now.
Yeah, my connection might be a bit unstable, man. We're having a bit of a storm here right now, so
Got it. Okay.
yeah. Should be all right, but I'm not sure.
If you drop off, I'll jump in and I'll just start finishing the beat for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, please, bro.
Okay. Got you.
It's what I wish you could do anyway every week.
I know, right? Just make me do all the work.
Let's see how this vibes, bro.
I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical / Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, defy to eat the boot. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack us in. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gun and then running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, touch me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue before that.
Woo!
I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical / Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, defy to eat the boot. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack us in. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gun and then running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, touch me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue before that. I roll my blunt and load my gun. Give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her and blow the brain. 30 cops undercover, crooked. I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical.
Man.
Different vibe, bro, from the original, huh?
Big time, man. But fire. Both fire, obviously. But yeah, definitely.
I didn't want to try and get a similar vibe to the original, and I didn't want to go smooth with it either because like it's just not that type of vibe, bro. Like what he's spitting about some realness, so I didn't really want to like smooth it out too much.
No, 100%, man. I get it. Dope.
Primo.
Yeah, what up, Tom? Tell me your name again, my nigga.
Termanology. So
Word up, word up.
ST.
Watch how we go down.
Hey, yo, Prim.
Yeah, what's good?
Seeing that it's 2006,
Uh-huh.
and this being the honor that it is,
Word.
I figured I'll take it to teach the kids.
Watch how we go down.
Out here on these streets, all we got is gun clips, dirty chicks, and niggas that snitch.
That's what's up.
Can't forget about the drug strips.
Bring it to my bro.
Yo, I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical / Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, defy to eat the boot. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack us in. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gun and then running and ducking
kind of getting some like military vibes from the from the drums.
No, I hear the same thing.
Yeah, which is, I guess, is kind of like
I like it. I think it's dope. Have you told Termanology that you're doing this joint?
I commented on one of his IG posts because Static had done like a dope blend of like different instrumentals over it. So I was like,
that's fire.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's like when you first told me to remix it or asked me to, I was like, oh, dude, I don't know, bro. It's just too fire for me to mess with.
Hell no, man. You got this. You're doing a good job.
I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical / Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth, inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth, them high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in, they tackle a rapper sin, these shackles and pack us in, the back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment, hugging the gunning and running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, bust me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun, give a kiss to my dog.
Yo, Term is spitting, bro.
It's ridiculous, bro.
He's so underrated, man. If you guys don't know who he is, definitely check him out. B-Star's member too. He's also a producer. Recently joined, so we'll have him on in a little bit. But yeah, definitely.
He's worked with pretty much every legendary producer that you could name to. Alchemist, Primo, Pete Rock.
The system it traps us in, they tackle a rapper sin, these shackles and pack us in, the back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment, hugging the gunning and running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, bust me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun, give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple 30 cops undercover. Brains out a couple 30 cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the rest for cooking and stretching. We just trying to feed our kids. The streets crazy wild, plus it get crazy foul. Listen when I say it now. Watch out we go down. And that's the reason little kids can't teach the youth the fire to heat the booth.
Whew.
What I like about this joint as well is it doesn't have a hook. Like it doesn't have, like he doesn't take a break. He just spits all the way through. Like, and I like that, bro. Like,
I like that too, man.
Like, I feel like it makes it easy to remix because then you just basically kind of do little subtle changes and arrangements around what he's doing.
I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical / Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth, inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth, them high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in, they tackle a rapper sin, these shackles and pack us in, the back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment, hugging the gunning and running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, bust me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun, give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple 30 cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the rest for cooking and stretching. We just trying to feed our kids. The streets crazy wild, plus it get crazy foul. Listen when I say it now. Watch out we go down. And that's the reason little kids get hit by strays, cause motherfuckers can't act they age. Before you learn how to shoot, better learn how to aim. It's already enough of our people that's dying from AIDS. I try and remain calm, but it's frying my brain, and I'm ashamed. My generation died with chains and lie on the pavement, leaking on the.
So there's like two parts to this sample. There's like a little chord change, which I feel like adds like a lot of emotion. So I'm just gonna kind of like put that in. I guess depending on what he's saying, man. Kind of listening to the lyrics and trying to.
Learn how to shoot, better learn how to aim. It's already enough of our people that's dying from AIDS. I try and remain calm, but it's frying my brain, and I'm ashamed. My generation died with chains and lie on the pavement, leaking on the side of their brains. Tell me when will this environment change? We need new leaders, but all we get is new heaters and divas and two-seaters. As soon as that lose see us, it's a bad cycle. Just look how they bag Michael. Which one? Anyone? Jordan, Jackson, action, pack guns. Ridiculous how they ship to us.
Ooh, man.
Bro, this term's blacked out.
As soon as that lose see us, it's a bad cycle. Just look how they bag Michael. Which one? Anyone? Jordan, Jackson, action, pack guns. Ridiculous how they ship to us. Then we hit the bus from Rikers to Middleton. Life is a middleman, spending life illegitimate, living life in imprisonment. When I think of my niggas and I think how many are locked, I see they never did. Watch how it go down. And that's the reason little kids get shot in the street, cause motherfuckers never.
Yo, sure.
Shit's kind of coming together.
Kids get shot in the street cause motherfuckers never. Watch how it go down. And last week my buddy lost his whole family. It's gonna take the man in me to conquer this insanity. I walk the town strapped, just hoping the pound clap correctly and protect me in case they wanna come and wet me. My enemies on the street far exceed my friends. So when you see me you don't see no bends. That just make me an easy target to jump up and make the coffin and making my seat and off in the car that I'm speaking. Cause motherfuckers never. Watch how it go down. And last week my buddy lost his whole family. It's gonna take the man in me to conquer this insanity. I walk the town strapped, just hoping the pound clap correctly and protect me in case they wanna come and wet me. My enemies on the street far exceed my friends. So when you see me you don't see no bends. That just make me an easy target to jump up and make the coffin and making my seat and off in the car that I'm speeding off and it's stolen. I see the knocks in my vision. I see the cops and they gripping their pistols trying to put me in prison. So I listen to Pac's best and try to be not stressed, but how could I not stress the fact that I'm not rich? I'm living in poverty, plus I'm a minority, plus all my priorities fucked in this economy. Rap music is probably not the best career you could choose, but hearing my views like hearing the news, so fear me if you skepticize, homie, but it's clearly the truth. The tech 9 to have you clearing the room. I ain't a killer, but I'm something like a prophet. I'm trying to get y'all to stop and see the ghetto's microscopic. It's a better place.
Ooh, man. Bro, he's just Jesus God. Bro, this track is 14 years old, bro. The bars are 14. They might be older than that. Depends on when he wrote it and put it out, but at minimum, we know it's 14 years.
Sounds like he could have written it yesterday based on what you're saying, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. As an artist, I think
nothing changes, bro. That's a sad thing about it, though. Like what he's rapping about here.
Still the same shit.
Exactly.
Trying to get y'all to stop and see the ghetto's microscopic. It's a better place, but for now we got the bread to chase. Catch a case, get bailed out, back to stretching base. I'm bringing a message like Kanye West. Except your boy got more text to run our tests. I know you wanna see me stretch, be my guest. Handle your biz, but make sure you watch how we go down. The streets crazy foul, plus it get crazy wild. Listen when I say it now. Watch how we go down. Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets.
No, I forgot about these cuts at the end.
I was gonna say, what are you gonna do with them?
I think I know. I think I know.
Listen when I say it now. Watch how we go down. Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough's enough. Wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Shit is wicked on these mean streets, mean.
Man, that piano is kind of like that piano out of that would be what joint is that out? Friend or Foe off Reasonable Doubt, I think.
Yes. I think that's what you're talking about.
Is that the right joint? Am I saying the right joint, or am I getting mixed up? I think it's Friend or Foe.
Shit is wicked on these mean streets.
Hey, yo. Yep.
Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough's enough. Wicked on these mean streets.
And then he cuts some Fat Joe from The Enemy, from the big L track, The Enemy.
Bro, I have that joint on vinyl.
I got it too.
I got the instrumental. I used to rap on that shit back in the day, man.
I got that joint too, bro. Like I have a collection, bro. I try to collect every joint that I basically think is a classic. I'm trying to have the single of it. No, I don't need the original. Like, it's crazy hard to have the original of all these joints. But even if it's a repress, like, I'm good.
Hell yeah, bro.
Just so I can put it on in like 50 years and tell my grandparents, this is the shit that I came up on. I'm gonna try and see if I can take that piano out of this joint, because obviously Primo, I think he might have either A, had the sample so loud you couldn't hear the piano, or B, and more likely, he just had that shit in tune. So instead of tuning it, I could tune it, and I might try, but I'm going to try to take the piano out of that joint.
Okay.
Might not work, but let's see.
Hey, man, you'll never know unless you try, bro.
Exactly, bro. It's all about just trying stuff, man. You can still see my screen right now. I don't know if you can only see the...
I can see it. Yep, we can see everything. Yep.
Cool. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, bro. No more piano.
There you go. You got it.
That's a dope thing about Primo as well, man. I always thought like the cuts took things to another level. He's got a joint on the last West Side Gun album actually that just came out, and his joint is just like the way he puts that shit together, bro.
Yo, cuts just take tracks to a whole nother level, man.
Yeah.
You know, if they're done right, obviously, and you use the right cuts too.
Yeah, the right vocals.
The streets crazy foul, plus it get crazy wild. Listen when I say it now. Watch how we go down. Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough. Wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Shit is wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Oh man, bruh. What the fuck program did he just use?
RX7.
All right, there you go.
It's on Splice, rent to own.
Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo. Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough. Wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Shit is wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Man. Fire, bro.
Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough. Wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Shit is wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
It's crazy.
That's how we're ending this.
That is crazy.
All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of mixing. It's not that much mixing to do because I did it mostly right at the start. But yeah, bro, I know.
Primo. Yeah. What up, Tom? Tell me your name again, my nigga. Primo. Yeah. What up, Tom? Tell me your name again, my nigga. Termanology. So word up. ST. Watch how we go down.
Hey yo, Breana.
Yeah. What's good?
Seeing that it's 2006. And this being the honor that it is.
Word.
I figured I'll take it to teach the kids.
Watch how we go down.
Out here on these streets, all we got is gun clips, dirty chicks, and niggas that snitch.
That's what's up.
Can't forget about the drug strips.
No doubt.
Swing it to my bro. Yo, I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth.
God damn, man.
I feel like we need some. I hate doing this, bro, but I want to add some like vinyl crackle to this joint. Vinyl noise.
People asking you why you're not on Logic 10.5, man.
Bro, it came out yesterday.
Yeah, man. Like, what are you doing?
Bro,
Primo. Yeah. What up, Term? Tell me your name again, my nigga.
Termanology.
Word up, word up.
ST.
shit came out yesterday, bro. And I actually only found out that it came out like before this show. Damn, I should have updated.
Shit, I had it 2 days ago, bro. I had it before it even came out.
Damn.
Yeah, it's funny as shit.
I will be on it though, bro. Thing is, it's like, I don't know, man. If it's too different, I don't want to be on it.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm happy with how things are going.
For the record, I really didn't have it 2 days ago.
You're just about to have the FBI knocking it on your door, bro.
It won't be the first time.
All right, cool. How are we doing for time, man? What's good?
We're good, man. I actually just told Breana she can come on in like 15, 20 minutes if she wanted to.
Okay.
But if not, worst comes to worst, she'll be on 4:30. We'll have Term come on about 4:45. We'll rock out till about 5:30, man.
Okay.
Easy.
This damn Zoom thing is in the way. Okay, there you go. Pretty much already mixed this the break, the bass, and the kick. I did that right at the start, so like that's normally the first thing that you fix in the mix, but I've already done that, so there isn't much to do on this now, to be honest with you.
Fix in the mix. Need to make t-shirts around that.
No, don't fix in the mix. It should be don't fix before the mix. I actually might try something I haven't tried before. As soon as we've got time.
Yeah, do it up.
Someone told me that this Echo Boy plugin is obviously a delay plugin, but if you take the delay off it, it's actually a dope saturator as well. Let's see. How do you pick that? There you go, that's it. Space echo, cheap tape. see potential.
Potential is good.
Not exactly sure how to make it work, though. And that actually makes the break sound crazy too. Ugh. Huh. Might try layering that. I might print that onto another copy of the break and see how it sounds under what we already have. It might make it a little bit more grimy.
Hell yeah. Do it up.
Because we certainly don't want this joint to be clean, man. Oh, what?
Man, drums are crazy, bro.
I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's have a look. It's got some phasing issues. Huh.
Up, but I shall never hold.
Anyway, I digress.
Now that shit was heat, man.
I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system and traps of sin. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and back of sin. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gunning and running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, bust me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun. Give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple 30 cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the wrestlers for cooking and stretching. We just trying to feed our kids. The streets crazy wild, plus it get crazy foul. Listen when I say it now. And that's the reason little kids get hit by strays, cause motherfuckers can't act they age. Before you learn how to shoot, better learn how to aim. It's already enough of our people that's dying from AIDS. I try and remain calm, but it's frying my brain, and I'm ashamed. A generation die with chains, allowing the pavement leaking on the side of their brains. Tell me what.
I think Term's gonna be proud of this joint, bro.
I hope so, bro. I hope he likes it.
I think he's gonna like it, bro.
That would be the litmus test, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't see how he doesn't like it. That's just my opinion.
Appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
I see myself as the holy I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system and traps of sin. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack of sin. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gunning and running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, bust me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun. Give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple 30 cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the wrestlers for cooking.
Oh damn! Accidentally.
Plus it get crazy foul. Listen.
Damn. No, sorry, Siri. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I was about to say, what?
Happens every so often. You're like vibing and you press like delete, and then Siri's buttons, the Siri button's like right above delete, and you end up muting the whole session. And you can't take it off. That shit's super intrusive, man. That's annoying as hell.
I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical slash Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system and traps of sin. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack of sin. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gunning and running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, bust me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun. Give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple 30 cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the wrestlers for cooking and stretching. We just trying to feed our kids. The streets crazy wild, plus it get crazy foul. Listen when I say it now. And that's the reason little kids get hit by strays, cause motherfuckers can't act they age. Before you learn how to shoot, better learn how to aim. It's already enough of our people that's dying from AIDS. I try and remain calm, but it's frying my brain, and I'm ashamed. A generation die with chains, allowing the pave. I see myself as the holy resurrection upon. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper.
right, man. I mean,
Yeah. Let's bounce it out or play it back one time, and then if Breana is not on the next, couple of minutes, let's show off the samples that we got.
Yeah, man.
That shit is jamming, bro.
Primo. Yeah. What up, Term? Tell me your name again, my nigga. Termanology. So, word up. ST.
Watch how we go down. Hey, yo, Prim.
Yeah. What's good?
Seeing that it's 2006. And this being the honor that it is.
Word.
I figured I'll take it to teach the kids.
Watch how we go down.
Out here on these streets, all we got is gun clips, dirty chicks, and niggas that snitch.
That's what's up.
Can't forget about the drug strips.
Bring it to my bro.
Yo, I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical / Latin, political past. Rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth. Inspired to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in. They tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack us in. The back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment. Hugging the gun and then running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, touch me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun. Give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple 30 cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the arrest for cooking and stretching. We just trying to feed our kids. The streets crazy wild, plus it get crazy foul. Listen when I say it now.
Watch how we go down.
And that's the reason little kids get hit by strays, cause motherfuckers can't act they age. Before you learn how to shoot, better learn how to aim. It's already enough of our people that's dying from AIDS. I try and remain calm, but it's frying my brain, and I'm ashamed. A generation died with chains and lie on the pavement, leaking on the side of their brains. Tell me when will this environment change? We need new leaders, but all we get is new heaters and divas and two-seaters. As soon as that lose see us, it's a bad cycle. Just look how they bag Michael. Which one? Anyone? Jordan, Jackson, action, pack guns. Ridiculous how they ship to us, then we hit the bus. From Rikers to Middleton, them life is a middleman, spending life illegitimate, living life in imprisonment. When I think of my niggas and I think how many are locked, I see they never did.
Watch how we go down.
And that's the reason little kids get shot in the street, cause motherfuckers never.
Watch how we go down.
And last week my buddy lost his whole family. It's gonna take the man in me to conquer this insanity. I walk the town strapped, just hoping the pound clap correctly and protect me in case they wanna come and wet me. My enemies on the street far exceed my friends, so when you see me you don't see no bends. That just make me an easy target to jump up and make the coffin, and making my seating off in the car that I'm speeding off, and it's stolen. I see the knocks in my vision, I see the cops and they gripping their pistols trying to put me in prison. So I listen to Pac's best and try to be not stressed, but how could I not stress the fact that I'm not rich? I'm living in poverty, plus I'm a minority, plus all my priorities fucked in this economy. Rap music is probably not the best career you could choose, but hearing my views like hearing the news. So fear me if you skepticize, homie, but it's clearly the truth. The Tech 9 to have you clearing the room. I ain't a killer, but I'm something like a prophet. I'm trying to get y'all to stop and see the ghetto's microscopic. It's a better place, but for now we got the bread to chase. Catch a case, get bailed out, back to stretching base. I'm bringing a message like Kanye West, except your boy got more text than Ron Artest. I know you wanna see me stretch, be my guest, handle your biz, but make sure you
Watch how we go down.
the streets crazy foul, plus it get crazy wild. Listen when I say it now.
Watch how we go down.
Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough. Wicked on these mean streets.
Primo. Yeah. What up?
Oh, damn. We didn't let it do.
Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough. Wicked on these mean streets. Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
Got
man,
that.
that joint is crazy.
Appreciate you, bro.
Crazy. Hell yeah, man. I think he'll be happy with that. I would keep that handy so we can play it when Term hops on. Do you
Yeah,
want
I
to
will.
go
Yeah,
through the samples or
yeah, I do. I'm going to take a 2 second break and I'm going to be back.
no, that's not allowed, sir. I'm sorry.
Ah, damn, bro. Oh,
You're good, bro. All right. Well, looks like Dreamlife's gonna go use the bathroom, or maybe who knows what he's gonna go do. But you're locked in here with me. Hopefully, everybody's having a great time. We got Breana Marin about to come on. Amazing, amazing person overall, but also an amazing artist, singer, songwriter. I believe she even dabbles in beat making. Definitely, probably the top selling and top uh, I say volume of a singer that is on BeatStars. So she has tons of songs with Dreamlife. I know she's worked with Pain One, I believe Mantra, a ton of different producers. But yeah, definitely going to get some cool insight from her about how she utilizes the platform. So singers, songwriters, or even producers in the chat soak up the information that she's going to have when she comes in here. It's going to be really, really good. And then obviously we're bringing in Termanology, the guy you hear rapping. If you're not familiar with him, we had him on last week, had some technical difficulties with the connection with him. So we're going to bring him back on as well. Check out what he's working on, and you guys can pick his brain about the track as well. So the original was 14 years old. This acapella was 14 years old. So it's not a new track, but Dreamlife definitely did this joint justice. I'm excited to have both of them on the show. Breana should be joining us probably any minute now. Dreamlife is back. All right, man. I talked the whole time since you left, so you're back now.
appreciate you, bro. Hey, so we're going to go through the sample that we're giving out this week. Is that what you want to do, bro?
Yeah, so everybody in the chat, if you're not familiar, so the first hour or a little bit over an hour, Dreamlife will sample and flip an acapella, which he just did, and every week that's kind of the format. And then the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to go through the samples that we give away for free. You can easily go on to Beat Banner's website. It's just beatstars.world /beat-banner. I'll put the link again in the Twitch chat. You can go over there to download the samples. Every week there is a new sample little pack in there for you guys to download for free. And then there's a submissions spot right next to it. So when you're done using that sample, you submit it, and then we're going to play these tracks with Breana, with Termanology on the show. They will both be on here to review what we did from last week. But get this stuff. It's free. Go to that link.
It's free, man.
Get samples for free. You have a whole week to cook up, and we'll play your shit next week. Looks like Breana's here too right now. You want me to let her in, or you want to?
Yeah, let her in, man.
Should we let her in? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, here she comes. There she is. There she is.
Hey.
There, she's muted, but hold on. Let me see if I can unmute her. There you go. I got her.
Hey, you fixed your apartment up.
I did. It's not just a white wall anymore.
Yeah, because the last time that I saw you on Zoom, you were painting that white wall behind you.
Yeah.
You had like paint everywhere.
Breana, how are you, Breana?
I'm good. I'm just getting settled, and I'm curious to see what this beat banter is all about.
It's a whole lot of banter going on. So yeah, we were just
not many beats.
not many beats, a whole lot of talking. Now, so every week for the first hour we go through an acapella, which Dreamlife just flipped. He actually flipped a Termanology acapella from 14 years ago. And then the next 10 minutes or so, we go over the samples. We give away a sample pack every week for people to cook up to. And then we bring on amazing guests like you to talk to us about what's going on in your world. And then eventually we're going to listen to some of the submissions from last week's samples that we gave out and just give feedback on them and vibe out with the crowd. So that's kind of the premise. So yeah, so Breana, I appreciate you joining us. Thank you for jumping on. It's always a pleasure to have you on and pick your brain about all the amazing things that you're doing. So for the people who may not know who you are, just give them a quick rundown of who you are and what you do and how long you've been using BeatStars and kind of what you use it for.
Okay, my name is Breana Marin, and I am a singer-songwriter. I work often with Dreamlife beats on beats and hooks. I've been using BeatStars for, I don't know, at least 5-6 years now, I feel. Yeah, that's my whole spiel. I'm a singer-songwriter.
That's what she does. All right. That was quick and easy.
Hey, can you play that guitar that's on the wall behind you?
I bought it and I learned for 2 or 3 weeks, and I was good. For those 2 or 3 weeks, I was a beast.
That artwork's dope as hell though that you got back there. That's crazy.
It's like Sade and Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. That's crazy. I need to step my decoration game up, man. I don't really have anything.
I mean, it's coming together back there. You got your flag, your lamp looks broken.
This flag, man. Like I got a rep, you know. I got a rep.
You know, I feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Things like hiding behind the curtains, man. You make that thing pop a little bit more.
I agree, bro.
That's funny. So yeah, Breana. So obviously, me and Dreamlife know you probably more than a lot of people in the chat. So you said you've been on BeatStars 5 to 6 years, and you're a singer songwriter. I mean, like what has been the benefits, I guess, of using BeatStars as a singer songwriter? Like what does it give you as an independent creative to just kind of do what you want to do, and also talk a little bit about just the market of linking up with producers and the power of collaboration and being able to actually work with them and sell beats with hooks, and kind of like what your experience has been. Because I think, as much as you've been killing it, and I see other people also killing it with beats with hooks, I still feel like it's an untapped market just by the volume standard. So I don't think it's something people should be afraid of. I think there's tons of opportunity out there. So I just want to kind of get your feedback and insight on that.
I think a lot of songwriters get caught up in writing for other artists. Or getting like major publishing deals and stuff like that. And so for me, I came across BeatStars at a time when I was getting out of a publishing deal. So BeatStars has given me, financial freedom, passive income, and also I've connected with people that I probably would have never connected with. And the people I've connected with are like-minded, which has been like a breath of fresh air for me. Because, when I was in LA, a lot of the producers are, like I said, are just focused on writing for other artists, or just focused on things that I think take a lot longer for songwriters to get paid. So BeatStars is something that, you put up the work and you get paid instantly. And not only do you get paid instantly, you get paid constantly. So it's not something that you get paid one time for and it's like, done. So I feel like I don't understand why it's Beats with Hooks is a untapped underground kind of thing. I feel like it's something that songwriters could truly, truly, truly benefit from.
Yeah, totally. Maybe I was being a little aggressive with it being untapped. I mean, it's definitely people utilizing it, but I just feel like not to the capacity.
Not as many,
yeah, you know what I mean? And artists in general, I don't think are utilizing it, because you have to understand on BeatStars, there's different things that you can do that aren't just selling music. Like you can sell kits. Like if you're an artist, like why not sell vocal packs or ad-lib packs or anything? I mean, really, you can just make up whatever you want to make up, really, and put it out there. Services as well. So as a songwriter, you can even offer your like songwriting services. But there's tons of different stuff that you can do. We're working on some new incredible stuff for artists as well. But all respect to you. You've been like the pioneer, I feel like, for Beats with Hooks on BeatStars, and I'm always bigging you up personally. I know Dreamlife is too. And did you guys like meet through BeatStars? Like how did your relationship start?
So basically, I'm taking the title of Breana's biggest fan, just so you know. And Abe had introduced us through BeatStars. She sent me a track that she'd recorded a hook on. The track is called Shadows.
Yep.
And the beat itself kind of sold okay. I think the beat was called Quiet Storm. It was a slow sort of hip hop joint. It was a J. Cole type beat, very slow. And it did okay, it didn't go crazy or nothing like that. And then Abe hit me up one day and he's like, yo, Dreamlife, you got to listen to this hook on this beat. And I was like, oh, dope. Okay. So I heard it. I was like, damn, this beat. Okay. This isn't like my favorite beat, and then the hook that she put on it is now the track Shadows. And that is hands down, my top selling beat in Dreamlife Beats history. Because the hook was so crazy. So that was my first experience working with Breana. And then from there, it was basically through Abe to begin with. Like I'd be sending batches to Abe, and then Abe would obviously send them on to Breana. And as time's gone on, we work nearly every day now. Like we're doing stuff every day for BeatStars, for other submissions, et cetera. And we did a really dope competition a couple of months ago, the Artist Dream competition. And that went crazy. Shout outs to Legit for winning that from Bristol in the UK.
Killed it.
He killed it. And Yeah, that's kind of like the brief rundown of how we got working together.
Let's play that Shadows track, man. I mean, that's something we
Yeah.
do on the show too. I got it right here.
Oh, can you play it? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Let's go.
of course, man. I'm already on top of things. Dreamlife. That's how I get
Okay.
down.
I know you. I know you.
All right. So here we go. Shadows with the Hook by Breana. Let's check it out. Insane track. Insane track. I think the next question in chat's going to be, and I'm sure it's going through people's minds, is so how would someone link up with you, Breana, to work with you? I mean, like what is your procedure, I guess, to doing collabs and stuff? I mean, I'm sure you got a lot of people reaching out to you. So like kind of break that down, because I know that question's going to come in eventually if it's not already.
You mean like collaborating with producers or like just different artists?
I mean both, but I mean more specific. I think the producers, like how you linked up with Dreamlife. You guys obviously have chemistry for sure, and everything you've put out is amazing in my opinion. So I mean, like, yeah, if there was like a new producer or not even a new producer, somebody you have no idea who they are, like what makes you pay attention? I guess what's going to catch your attention and be like, yeah, I want to work with this person.
I'm a sucker for like chords, and I always say like Dreamlife has like a built-in like vibe going on his tracks, like with the crackle pop sounds, and like it just reminds me of like, I don't know, it always reminds me of just like New York, like a city, like it's just such a vibe. So I love producers that just have that. Like, so if I go to your tracks, if you like were to hit me up and I were to go to like your page or something and like start listening to your tracks, I tend to gravitate towards people who are just like 100% in their own vibe, like like truly themselves. Because I think there's a lot of people I often hear on producers that I think are trying to fit into like the type beat world, or they're trying to sound like a particular artist or emulate a particular sound rather than like digging into their own. And I tend to gravitate towards people that just kind of spew like authenticity, because it comes out like in their chords and like the sounds they choose and stuff like that. So that tends to be what gets my attention. Lately I just stick to like, if I write to your track and it like comes to me like instantly, I stick to where the chemistry is, rather than bringing on a bunch of different people that I don't know. So now would be a little harder to get my attention, but I'm always open.
Got it. No, makes perfect sense. Dreamlife, anything from like a producer standpoint, the way you approach things, especially if you're going to make something with, do you
Absolutely.
have like the idea of like, okay, I want to make a track with a hook, or is it just let me make the beat and kind of see what fits? And like, what's your approach to process?
My personal approach is always just trying to make the beat as good as it can be. Like first things first, the beat's got to stand up on its own 2 feet, right? And so once you've got the beat as good as you think it can be, and you know, like Breana said, it's authentic to you, your sound, your vibe, and there's enough space on it. I mean, you got to be leaving space. You know, you can't have a hook that has like 20 counter melodies. You know, you got a melody in the right ear and then the left ear, because songwriters can't write to that. Like, you know, so I find like the best stuff for getting hooks on is stuff where you've got the space for the hook, but you don't have like a crazy lead melody on there yet. You know, you kind of left the melody out. You might even mute the melody when you send it to the hook writer, because, man, I gotta be honest, like I would say 10 times out of 10, if I send stuff to Breana and it's got a strong melody on the hook, it doesn't get written to be honest with you. And then I've experimented with this, if I send stuff with no melody whatsoever and just chords, that's normally the stuff that connects. So I think that's super important to keep in mind when you're trying to work with writers, is don't try to, you know, give them the melody, let them work on that, because that's what they do.
No, gems, total gems. I think that's exactly what I was looking for, because I know people in the chat and just watching this, and people will watch this show in the future as well, are going to wonder how do they start working with different songwriters and artists if they have no experience. So, Breana, is that true what he was saying? I'm sure it is, but I mean, like, can you elaborate a little bit more on that and why it just, you know, gives you a little bit more freedom, I guess, to do your thing?
Yeah, I think, every songwriter is different. For me, yeah, if it's like a strong melody, it boxes me in. And then I kind of like lose whatever inspiration that I might have had to the song when that melody comes in. And then once I lose steam, I'm kind of like, let's move on to a different, to like a different track. So I love open chords that allow me to just kind of tell the story that I want to tell and create the melodies that I want to create. Because sometimes I might go in an odd direction. And, you know, if you kind of like forced us into these like few notes that are left, it just, I don't know, the results aren't as good.
Got it. We have somebody in the chat saying they did a song to Dreamlife's beat, and I guess your hook, and they're trying to make it the theme song for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. They got Tom Brady. So I'm curious what it was. Drop the name again of that, and maybe we'll check it out. I'm curious what song that was that you purchased. What you're working on. Yeah, hell yeah, that's crazy dope. My dogs are going insane in the back. I apologize.
You hear my dog? Because my dog is over here putting all these toys on my lap. Like,
at least we all have dogs. My 3 must have saw the mailman or something, because they're all going nuts right now. Surprised you can't hear them or not. No, that's crazy. So I think my next question would be basically, what do you feel like, Breana? I mean, like, how would you compare like your work efforts? Are you like 80%, 90% BeatStars, or are you still working on like traditional songwriting and songs with people at labels, or, you know, just independent artists? I mean, like, how do you split up your time really? Because I know people will probably have a question about that as well. It's kind of like the workload and how they're kind of doing things. Same question for you, Dreamlife. I kind of have a more of an understanding, I think, of what you do, but I'd like to hear from both of you just kind of how you split up both I guess aspects of, you know, music industry, online. I mean, it's still all music industry to me, but there's just different parts to it and ways to obviously make income, make incredible music. So yeah, I'll start with you, Breana, kind of like what your workload is like.
I would say, man, I'm like pulled in so many different directions. I prefer the bulk of my income to come from BeatStars, but my experience with it is like you get what you put into it. So like the months where I'm like going crazy on hooks and, you know, just doing all this different stuff, my income is amazing on BeatStars and I literally don't have to do anything else. But if I don't put that attention, you know, obviously like your income suffers. So I still work on a lot of TV, film opportunities, and I do artist stuff as well. I just feel like the artist stuff is, I think for me, you can tell me if you agree or disagree, Dreamlife, but sometimes with the artist stuff, I feel like it more so feels cool to be able to be like, oh yeah, like I got so-and-so song, but I don't necessarily eat off of it. Like I haven't experienced like wow, this song is life changing for me. I'm so glad I did that. It's more so it helped me with my clout, I guess.
Right.
But I would say, yeah, the bulk of my time is spent making hooks, writing full songs for TV and film. And then the other half of it, because now I have writers with me, is working on their stuff, working on their visuals, planning like live events and stuff like that. So I try to have like a week, like I separate into weeks. I might have like a whole beat with hook week where I go crazy on beats with hooks. I'll have a week where I go crazy on kits. Then I have a week where I focus on, social media, live events, planning, filming, like all of that. And then the fourth week I'll, focus on something else. It might be artist submissions or anything random like that. But lately, like blocks of time has been better for me.
Got it. No, good information. Dreamlife, what about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, my schedule's slightly different, and I've said this a few times on the show already, but I spend 95% of my time making samples and loops. That's what I want to do. That's the producer I want to be. So that's what I spend my time doing. And the other 5% is making beats, and honestly, that works pretty well because I feel like to sustain a very good business on BeatStars, you don't really need to upload more than 10 beats a month, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think 10 beats, like I found that for me personally, in terms of my schedule and my creative output, 10 beats a month is the sweet spot for me. So I can definitely manage doing samples 90% of the time and make 10 beats a month. So that's pretty much what I do. And then with the industry stuff, that weighs heavily on the sample stuff. So I'm doing a lot of samples for industry producers, like Stack Selector, amongst some others that I work with. So I spend a lot of time sending these guys material for them to make into their own beats. And right now, it's a really good time for me to do that because things get crazy with the copyright. Clearing samples is harder than ever with these OG records. So I'm doing a lot of sample replays. And it's just all about, for me, it's all about the samples and just trying to get as good as I can. And that's pretty much what my time is spent on.
Some might say that you're okay, man. So I think you should stay on that path. Keep it
Doing
up.
all right.
Yeah, you're killing it, bro. I appreciate you. Breana, real quick, we have a question in the chat, but I also noticed it too when you first came on. What is that whiteboard in the background? Is that recipes or is it like all the amazing things about Mike Trampe or what is that?
First of all, I'm like obsessed with whiteboards. I have them like all over the place. I'm like a very, very visual person. Like if I have an idea or a goal or anything, I have to write it down and then I break it down into like steps so that I don't overwhelm myself. So one whiteboard is like my actual goals for the month, and then the second whiteboard is like what I'm going to focus on for the week. So that there's something very satisfying about crossing it off. Like I did it,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's just like I keep track of everything on there.
I think that's incredible information. Writing stuff down, visually seeing it, crossing it off as you get it. It's organization is huge, especially if you want to do this full time. If you're not organized, it's going to be just a crapshoot. It might work for a little while, but in the long run, I just don't see how it's sustainable. But no, great information. We got Termanology in the house. So we're going to bring Termanology on as well. Pick his brain for a couple of minutes. Then we're going to do some submissions from last week. We want to show off this track that you just did for Term's old song, Dreamlife. And then, we got to link Breana and Term together too, man. This is like, this is what we do here,
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me bring him on real quick. Let's see what we got here. Here he comes. There he is.
What up?
What up?
Oh, no, not this again. So we can hear you, but we can't see you.
Okay. All right. So is there anything I could do on my end? It says start video, right? And it has an X through it. Should I click on that?
Absolutely.
All right. Bang. So I did that. Bang.
There we go. There he is. There he is.
How y'all doing?
We're blessed, man. How you doing?
Hey, Breana, I like your style.
Thank you.
Yo, Breana is super dope, bro. You guys, I'll link you guys in a text after the show, but you guys would, I'm just thinking of all the shit you guys could probably do together and woo.
Yeah, dope. Yo, it's funny because, her regimen kind of sounds like mine. I'm a real visual person too, and I have my little board right here too, and like you said, right, there's nothing better than the feeling of crossing it off. You see like the ones I got crossed off and the ones I don't. So I definitely operate like you, and I respect that because it actually really helps you get it done. If you see it crossed off, now you can like move on to the next thing.
For sure.
Hell yeah, man. So what's been good, man? We had you on last week. I know it was a nightly show. We actually changed the time just to make it easier for everybody across the world to tune in. But what's been going on, man? Like since the last week we talked to you, we only got about 5 or 10 minutes out of you last week. So we definitely
know. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm working on like 10 albums at the same time as usual. I just got off the phone with Paul Wall. So me and Paul Wall are making an album now. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. We're about to be looking for beats and hooks. So maybe that's something that you guys can help with. Dreamlife, Breana.
That would be dope.
Say less, bro. Wow.
Yeah. Not only can we link you with that, man, and have them, help, personally, we could probably do an opportunity for you on BeatStars as well. Where people could submit their beats with hooks or whatever it is that you're looking for.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm usually like really snobby about beats. I don't even really like give people like an opportunity to send me beats because Static Select is my best friend and I have a laptop full of static beats. So it kind of like makes more sense for me to work with my team. But like but I'm starting to kind of open my mind up a little bit and just realize that like, hey man, like the dopest stuff might just come from somebody I never met or nobody ever heard of, you know what I mean? So I'm starting to open up a little bit more. When I first came in the game, my first album was produced by DJ Premier, Pete Rock, Alchemist, Havoc, Knots, Buck Wild. So like I came in the game with multi-platinum producers on my first album. So I was pretty snobby in the beginning, but I think I'm starting to see the value in working with up and coming cats now.
Hell yeah, man. Speaking of DJ Premier produced tracks, did you happen to catch earlier on the show what we did?
I just logged in right now.
Dreamlife, we're gonna play something for you real quick, man. We'll dive in and have a few more questions for you as well as Breana. And but you got to check out what we did to your joint before you came on here, bro.
All right,
let's do it, Dreamlife.
Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Cool, let's go.
Primo. Yeah, what up, Term? Tell me your name again, my nigga. Termanology. So, word up.
Watch how we go down.
Hey, yo, Breana. Yeah, wow. What's good?
Seeing that it's 2006,
already,
and this being the honor that it is,
word.
I figured I'll take it to teach the kids.
Watch how we go down.
Out here on these streets, all we got is gun clips, dirty chicks, and niggas that snitch.
That's what's up.
Can't forget about the drug strips.
Bring it to my bro.
Yo, I see myself as the holy resurrection, the pun. If I ain't that, then you name one. Rapper that's lyrical / Latin, political past, rapping with visuals past Malcolm and Finnegan past platinum. It's hard, but I speak the truth, inspire to teach the youth, the fire to heat the booth. I'm high to beat the loop. The system it traps us in, they tackle a rapper sin. These shackles and pack us in, the back of the crackers in. I'm packing the Mac again like capital punishment, hugging the gun and then running and ducking from the government. They dying to cuff me up, lock me down, touch me up, cock the pound, bust me up, stop my sound, hush me up. But I shall never hold my tongue. Before that, I roll my blunt and load my gun. Give a kiss to my daughter, tell my mother I love her, and blow the brains out a couple dirty cops undercover. Crooked detectives is foul, how they booking the rest us for cooking and stretching. We just trying to feed our kids. The streets crazy wild, plus it get crazy foul. Listen when I say it now.
Watch how we go down.
And that's the reason little kids get hit by strays, cause motherfuckers can't act they age. Before you learn how to shoot, better learn how to aim. It's already enough of our people that's dying from AIDS. I try and remain calm, but it's frying my brain, and I'm ashamed. A generation die with chains and lie on the pavement, leaking on the side of their brains. Tell me when will this environment change? We need new leaders, but all we get is new heaters and divas and two-seaters. As soon as that lose see us, it's a bad cycle. Just look how they bag Michael. Which one? Anyone? Jordan, Jackson, action, pack guns. Ridiculous how they ship to us, then we hit the bus. From Rikers to Middleton, them lifers and middlemen, spending life illegitimate, living life in imprisonment. When I think of my niggas and I think how many are locked, I see they never did.
Watch how we go down.
And that's the reason little kids get shot in the street, cause motherfuckers never.
Watch how we go down.
And last week my buddy lost his whole family. It's gonna take the man in me to conquer this insanity. I walk the town strapped, just hoping the pound clap correctly and protect me in case they wanna come and wet me. My enemies on the street far exceed my friends, so when you see me you don't see no bends. That just make me stolen. I see the knocks in my vision. I see the cops and they gripping their pistols trying to put me in prison. So I listen to Pac's best and try to be non-stressed. But how could I not stress the fact that I'm not rich? I'm living in poverty, plus I'm a minority, plus all my priorities fucked in this economy. Rap music is probably not the best career you could choose, but hearing my views like hearing the news. So fear me if you skepticize, homie, but it's clearly the truth. The Tech 9 to have you clearing the room. I ain't a killer, but I'm something like a prophet. I'm trying to get y'all to stop and see the ghetto's microscopic. It's a better place, but for now we got the bread to chase. Catch a case, get bailed out, back to stretching base. I'm bringing a message like Kanye West, except your boy got more text than Ron Artest. I know you wanna see me stretch, be my guest, handle your biz, but make sure you watch how we go down. The streets crazy foul, plus it get crazy wild. Listen when I say it now. Watch how we go down.
Shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, shit is wicked on these mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, enough's enough. Wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Shit is wicked on these mean streets, mean streets. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Jeez, that was crazy, man.
Yo,
Appreciate it, bro.
How the fuck did you do that?
I just did it live here, bro. It's no samples too, bro. So it's a sample I cooked up last week.
That is insane, bro. You know what's crazy, bro? I wrote those words 15 years ago, and it's still relevant, especially like.
Bro, we talked about this. We said the same shit.
Brutality shit is like a lot of that shit is still relevant, man. It's crazy.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, he went in on that. Yeah,
you're gonna have to send me a copy of that just on some.
Oh, I will, bro. So, do you know what I was saying to Mike? Like, he sent me the acapella, and I was like, I'm not sure if I can touch this, Mike, man. Like, yeah, I'm not sure because that was the joint that actually put me onto you, like a lot of people. And so in the UK, that joint got some buzz in the UK, right? Yeah, bro. So I was like, when Mike sent me that, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna try. So.
I had sent some other ones last week that were like a little bit more under the radar. But I mean, that worked out, yo. That worked out for the better for everybody.
Appreciate it, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that joint was crazy, man. Good job on flipping that dream. Definitely dope. So Term, man. So real quick, let's talk about the beat selling side of things, man. You know what I mean? Like, you joined BeatStars probably about a year ago or so. Did a little bit with it, but then over the last couple months, we've talked and you've kind of got more active and you're really kind of trying to go after that. Like, what's going on with that? Like, what's your mind state? What are you aiming to do with the beat side of things, and your overall goals with it?
Yeah, well, when I first started, I wasn't active for a long time. I made a little logo. I kind of like joined, and then like I never really messed with it. And then like I saw it grow, and I started to see like friends of mine doing well on it, and then from that time to now, I met via email, met people like Dreamlife and Pain and some other dope cats. You know what I mean? So I started to see the value in it, and then I also kind of started seeing that I was slacking on my own. Like, I was making beats, kind of like what she was saying. I'm making beats, but they weren't changing my life. I was just happy that Erykah Badu's singing on my beat. I'm happy that The Lox is rapping on my beat. I wasn't making $1 off it though, but I was happy because it was bringing my stock up, at least in my own mind. You know what I'm saying? I was like excited to work with legends, but now I guess what I want to do is like shift more towards like actually selling my beats. I was kind of always against the whole like leasing idea. I looked at it like, why would I give somebody a beat for $40 when I sell my beats for $1,000 or something like that? But now I'm starting to see the value in it that you could lease a beat over and over and over and over, and you still own it and you could still sell it exclusively when the time is right. So that's kind of cool. I guess you guys the format you guys got taught me that. There's a kid named Melks that's really dope. I've been working with him a lot. So we kind of like reinvented my page to focus on like 10 beats that him and I made. And how that works out is usually I'll find the loop, I'll bring the loop to him and he'll do the drums. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like those last 10 beats that I uploaded are collaboration beats between me and the kid Melks. So I just kind of wanted to reinvent my whole BeatStars page and make the beats better and fresh and new. So that's where we're at now.
No, hell yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, not only you can sell the beats over and over again, retain your rights and make money. I mean, you have numerous opportunities to make a hit song too. So You know, there's tons of people out there who maybe, you know, can't connect with you personally or from around the world, or maybe they don't even, you know, they don't know certain producers or artists or whatever it is. I think that's where, you know, selling beats with hooks comes into play too, because you have so many people out there who maybe not have the connections that I have or you have, that know no artists and know no singers. I think it's cool that you're able to give so many people the opportunity to make incredible music, and build relationships from around the world. So it's dope. It's really dope that you're on board, man. I'm excited to see what you got going. The more and more I think about it too, man, I really would love to see you and Breana work on some stuff. I think you guys could make some fire. You know what I mean? Like, just you guys are both artists. You're both songwriters. You're both. I know, Breana, you produce too a little bit, don't you? Like, I know I've talked to you before, and I think you do a little bit of stuff here and there, but I mean, you still have the mind state and understand what goes with it.
I typically, what happens is I'll play some chords and then I send whatever that masterpiece is to somebody like Dreamlife, and then it'll come out completely different.
I'll take the chords out. I'll take the chords, put new chords in it.
But it's enough for me to like get my ideas and stuff out.
No.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. I could feel her energy coming through the computer, man. That's the type of people I like working with. Good energy people, man. So yeah, definitely let's link, man. I write a lot of hooks that I can't sing myself because I'm not a good singer, but I'm a great songwriter. So a lot of times I'm writing 2, 3, 4, 5 hooks a day sometimes. I'm just singing these melodies and these concepts.
We can definitely collaborate for sure.
Yeah, so like let's say I send you a hook. And then you tweak it, make it better, send it back, you know, and then we pitch it. We could sell the beat with the hook on it. We could do whatever, you know, just endless possibilities.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Breana, correct me if I'm wrong, but you do that with you have a few people that you work with under your Love Pulse like label, right? That you kind of collab with on hooks. Like one of you will sing it and then the other one is writing it.
Yeah, because sometimes I get a little I have to get inspired by life, and if I'm not doing anything like really incredible in life, or if I'm just nothing really inspiring is happening, it's hard for me to come up with like good concepts. Like I might have crazy melodies and like no concepts. So yeah, I love to partner up with people like that.
That's crazy because I got all the concepts and some melodies. So we might be able to really make some like like 100 songs like on accident.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
I want to hear that.
Yeah, let's all do it together, man. You know, we can all eat.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'll just watch, but it sounds great.
You're a facilitator, baby.
Yeah, I put everything together. Look, man, I'm connecting people during this show. That's what I do, man. So hey, listen, I play my part, doing my DJ Khaled thing, you know. Hell yeah. So no, both you guys, I appreciate you guys both coming on. I know everybody's busy and got a lot of stuff going on. So Breana, thank you. We're not going anywhere right now. I'm just thanking you guys because I appreciate it. Dreamlife, thank you too, man, because you're here every week dealing with my bullshit. I appreciate you, bro.
Monster.
Yeah, he is, man. Yeah, he is.
I've been there, and like, you know, Static's my best friend. I've been there like in so many magical sessions where Dreamlife is like praised because we can't believe how incredible this man is. Like, we can't believe the shit he does. It's like he fucking saves the day. Like, this guy's like a superhero, man. So there's nothing but love for him for sure.
Appreciate that, man.
He's definitely a lifesaver. He's got me, you know, I probably haven't never told him this, but you know, I've been in the music industry for 15 plus years. I'm an 80s baby, obviously big boom bap head, and just, you know, inspired by so much. And, you know, at times when you work for a company like BeatStars, and it has nothing to do with BeatStars, but just a music company in general, you hear so much music. You get bogged down at times of hearing a lot of the same stuff and stuff that may be not as authentic as, you know, you want it to be. And Dreamlife definitely came through, man, and really rejuvenated me and made me excited just to, you know, to be part of music, and has been a huge inspiration on top of like everybody else at BeatStars, Abe and, you know, Dev and everybody who's been here for a long time. But yeah, just overall, man, you guys are all inspirations to me. So I thank you. I thank all
of you guys.
Hell yeah. So the last part of the show, basically every week Dreamlife gives away a little sample pack that's on the beatstars.world website. Just go to the live shows and click the Beat Banner link. I will drop it in chat one more time. And basically we give the sample pack away every week. We give people a week to cook up to, and then they come back and submit it. So we got a couple submissions here I wanted to play. I love bringing in guests to give your feedback as well, because you're not as hip to the situation. So it will be, I think, easy for you guys to give feedback as well. But also I want to offer the opportunity to Breana and Term If you guys ever want to be involved with this show going forward, like Breana, you want to send a hook over, or Term, you want to send over a hook, or even a 16 bar, or even a sample or something, whatever it is. I mean, we can work it out to where we can offer it with these packs, and they can flip it too. So make it a little bit more personal for you guys. But yeah, so.
Hey, Mike, do you want me to play the sample that we're giving away this week before we get into giving feedback? Because it's how you want to order it.
Yeah, so let's play the sample that we gave away last week.
Okay.
Let's do that first so people know what you gave away, and then we'll play some of the submissions.
Can you resend that to me just in case?
The submissions?
If you still got the joint from last week.
Of course. Yeah, I got you.
Cool. And this week's as well, because I can't remember this week which one it was.
Yep, that's live. So the new one is live on the site right now, guys. Again, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat real quick, but it's live on the site. So you have a week now to download it. But I'll send you both. That's not a problem.
We're gonna have new samples every week, every single week.
Yep. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to offer it up. If Breana or Term, and anybody else really that we have on as a guest wants to collaborate on some of this stuff, we can do it for sure.
Always down for the collabs, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Dreamlife, you have like 500,000 of my acapellas, so.
Yeah, I do. I'm saving them for myself.
Yeah, well, you need to stop hoarding, Dreamlife.
No hoarding.
It's hard for me.
Yeah, no more hoarding that stuff, bro. All right,
no more hoarding.
So you got Dream. You got the links I sent you for all the.
I got the submissions. I've downloaded the submissions. Okay. So this joint you just sent is cool.
That was last week. Yep. And then I'll send you the new link right now for this week.
All right, I'm gonna play this week's sample first, and then so people can see what's up and download that joint if you want to get involved. And then after that, we'll just completely get into the submissions, etc., etc.
Yep. So to clarify, guys, what he's playing right now is what we're giving away now. That is on the link I just dropped in chat. So go there, go download it for free. Come back when you're done, upload it on the same site.
I can't remember what this week's sample is. I can't remember what I sent you for this.
Are you playing it? Because you're not sharing your screen.
No, I'm trying. You haven't sent it to me, I don't think. Oh yeah, you have.
I sent you. Oh, my bad. I thought you were playing it.
Oh, cool. All right, man. We got something smooth this week. All right, cool. Because last week was kind of grimy, so I wanted to do something smooth. I'm just downloading it real quick.
Hey, yeah. So, Breana, let people know where you are on BeatStars too, and I'll get to you next. But just like what your BeatStars username is, because I know it's not your actual name.
BeatStars username is Love Pulse Music, love and like your heart pulse music, and it has my hooks, and it also has a few of the other songwriters that work with me, their hooks and whatnot, as well as a few vocal kits. So Love Pulse Music.
Cool. I just dropped that in the chat too. And Term, what's yours? Is it just Termanology, or is it Term Makes Beats?
You know what? I actually don't even know, bro. You probably tell me better. And now that you brought this up, I think it's a good time for me to figure it out.
Yeah, hold on. I'll tell you right now what it is.
I know Termanology.
Yeah, it is. It's just Termanology. I think what we did was Term Makes Beats was the logo. That's why I thought of that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yep. So just Termanology, guys, on BeatStars. I'll drop that in the chat too. Make sure I spell it right. There you go. Cool. Awesome. All right, Dream. How we looking, bro?
Cool, man. I'm ready to play this joint, which is a super smooth joint, kind of on an R&B tip. And this is the sample that we're giving away this week. We want you to flip it and then resubmit your flip so that we can play it on next week's show and everyone can check it out and give you some feedback. Here it is.
Wow. Yeah, so guys, you can go get that for free right now. Go get it for free. Don't wait. Get it now before you forget about it.
Man,
I'll put the link one more time in chat. Make sure you guys go get that. It's free to download. Go back to the same link I just put in chat, and you can upload it once you're done.
It's
all
crazy,
right, man.
Like shit like that. Like I automatically started writing a song to it in my head. Like if you just kept it going for 5 minutes, I would have had
That's what's up.
Like,
Breana, how was that for you? Was it good? Was it too much melody? Was it,
Oh yeah, no, I was already kind of thinking melody and what I would say.
I think that might have been too much melody for Breana right there.
I probably would have muted the.
Yeah, I know. I would have muted that before I sent it to you. Don't worry. All right, so I'm gonna play the joint that we gave out last week, just so people got some reference of what people have been flipping. So this joint is called Puzzle. Yes, sir. So that was the sample we gave out last week, some 80s type Blade Runner vibes. So I'm gonna
raps on that shit. I just started writing raps already in my head, some street shit.
Yeah, that well hopefully some of these beats will I'm pretty sure they will be dope, man.
No, they'll be dope.
We've been having some really dope submissions. So we got how many beats we got?
There's 7. I think I sent you 7. So
you sent me 8. So
my math is horrible, which is already known. 2, 4, 6.
My math is horrible too, bro.
Bro, I'm literally in a diss song of myself not being able to add math. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah. So when I was working with Crook, when I was working with Crook and his brothers, Horseshoe Gang, I was talking to Sway, who's the big homie, and he had Funk Volume on there. Hobson, all them guys were up there, and they were talking about battling people for $500,000. So Sway brought me on air, and I was just popping shit back and forth with them, and that's what actually made that Horseshoe Gang verse Funk Volume beef happen. But basically, what happened, Sway asked me if I had the money on live, and I was probably high or something. I don't know. I was like, yeah, I got 225. I'll have the other 225 for you. So then in the diss song that they came back, Jared Benton has my voice on there, and it's basically just like, yo, learn how to count, motherfucker, pretty much.
Damn, bro.
Put me on blast, but it was funny, bro.
That's dope.
Hip-hop moment, though, right? So it was funny.
That's dope, bro. All right, man. I'm going to get into these. So Ascension is up first.
Okay, cool.
Let me know if you can't hear it, but you should be able to. Dope, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mike, do you want to go first on this? We'll just take it in turns and go first.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, melodic for sure, man. Had some cool vibes to it. Little bit slower than my personal liking, but I thought the vibes are there for sure, man. I'll let you guys jump in on the technical stuff, but overall, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I like the piano that you laced up underneath the chords. The chords were the right ones, and you kind of made it. The sample, in my opinion, was dark, at least to my ears, and you kind of made the beat kind of not dark, if that makes sense. It kind of had a bit more melodic output, the flute on there as well. Yeah, I vibed with it, man. I feel like I would say the same as Mike. Like you could probably speed that up like 5 BPM, and I think it would just have that like bounce. I think it would make it a bit more accessible for sort of the type of artists that would rock on that type of joint. But
Exactly.
overall, yeah.
Exactly. Term, what do you think, man?
Well, when I first heard the sample, I was thinking like straight rap, like straight rap shit. Like, but when I heard what he did with it, I hear R&B. That's a straight R&B record. And if it is gonna be an R&B record, then I think it's perfect for that.
Cool. Breana, do you feel like what Term's saying? Like, do you hear R&B on it? Do you hear yourself writing to something like this?
Yeah, I definitely think he made it a lot brighter than the original sample, because I agree, I heard a rapper on the first version. I think that if a songwriter or a vocalist were to get on it, there would need to be like some restructuring. I think like the intro would probably need to be a little shorter, and maybe the hook doesn't come first. Maybe the verse, what I assume was a verse, was when all of the flutes cut out and it was a little bit more like muted and like fluid. I would have put that sooner and then let it like develop into the bigger section. But I think all of the pieces are there, and I do think it came out dope.
Dope. I agree. Dream, we actually got 3 more submissions in the time I started talking to now. So now we have 3 more of people who haven't submitted over the last week or 2 weeks.
Perfect, man.
Yeah, let's see what we can get through.
Cool. All right. I don't know how to pronounce this. Dialmo, is that right? I'm gonna just skip that.
I'm bad with names too, so don't ask me about that either.
Yo, all right. I'm gonna start this time, man. I really like that flip, man. I liked how much space you gave potentially a hook or an artist on that joint. I feel like that's a new bass line that you put under that as well. That's not the bass line from the sample, and I really like what you did with the bass line. It added a slightly different vibe, a more sort of anthemic vibe. The drums sounded good. The kick was hitting how I like it to hit. And I think that's the type of joint where it's like the artist has got to take the center stage on that joint and take the beat up another level. So I like that, man. I vibe with that. Good job, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. I actually I can hear R&B on this too, man. Gave me some more smooth out vibes for sure. So I was digging it. I'm liking both of these so far. Breana, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think this is something that you'd have to wait for like an artist or someone to get on to like really bring it to life. But I really like the darkness and I like the drums and I do like the bass line too. And I liked the arpeggiated elements that you added as well.
Awesome. Turn, man, what do you think, bro?
I hear like a Rick Ross style song on it, like real, just a slow flow with a real dope, demanding voice that will bring it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it's dope. I think like a modern artist that does like trap mixed with soul, like Drake or like Rick Ross would sound real great on that.
Oh, that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job on that one, guys.
Okay, next up, Do You Bang Beats?
Dope. Put the hook on there already too. I see. So that's pretty dope. Breana, being a songwriter, what did you think specifically about the hook? Anything you would have done differently, or the vibe, or just kind of what are your feelings on that?
I thought the hook was dope. I would maybe push the concept a little bit further because when I'm writing, I often think about the title and something that's gonna like draw attention, and I'd assume off of that the title would be like "Without You" or "Cannot do without you" or something like that. So maybe I would try to think of something a little more unheard of, something that is a little more like gonna draw more attention towards you. But I thought the melody was cool. I thought the voice was nice. I love that they switched up the vibe on the track and brought us to the islands because I've been in a big island mode lately. So yeah, definitely.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, great feedback though. Appreciate that. Turn, man, what are you thinking, bro?
Yeah, I like the island vibes. I think that's kind of the beauty of this shit. Three people will hear a beat, sample, and one will make an R&B beat, one will make a Grammy rap beat, and one will make a club like reggae song. I think that's kind of the beauty of the whole thing. It's crazy how it amazes me how people hear stuff totally different. They're hearing the same thing and they're hearing it different. The hook, I thought it was cool. It was catchy. It went with it. It didn't blow my mind. It didn't have like all kinds of amazing stacks of melodies and stuff like that. And the concept was kind of basic, but I mean, most of the stuff on the radio is basic, so I think it works.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I mean, I agree with everything that's been said about the hook so far, and obviously you guys know a lot more about that. But in terms of the beat, like I really like the bounce on it. The mix was nice. And particularly what I liked about it might not have been what everyone picked up on, but there was like there was a percussion element that was only in the right ear. And I'm a sucker for like mono mixing where you can only hear it. I love that. So I really enjoyed that percussion, and I could only hear it in my right ear, which made it even doper to me. So props on that, man. I think that's a nice joint. And I think that joint will sell when you upload it too. I think that's the type of joint that people would spend some least money on and kind of get a little radio thing going. So props, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it would do well on the site. So get that uploaded. What we got next, Dreamlife?
We got J Ill up next.
Let's do it.
All right, man, I'm gonna start on this, man. I really like that vibe, man. I really like the drums and the feel and the bounce to it. The only thing I would say, man, is I wanted that kick to be a little bit louder, man. I feel like when you do drums like that in that style, like it's kind of like a breakbeat beat style. And like I did when I flipped the term joint, like I put a kick under the breakbeat because I wanted the kick to just hit a little bit harder. And I feel like you could obviously still do that, man. I would take the kick and maybe throw it up like 3 or 4 decibels. It sounds like a lot, but I think you might get a little bit more out of it. Aside from that, man, I like everything else about it. The bass line is dope. The vibe's dope. The chords that you put under it are dope. So I like that beat, man. Props, man. I like what you did with that.
Yeah, I saw Breana's brain moving, and I saw Term's brain moving too over there. I think he even grabbed some paper. I might have been mistaken, but I saw both of them vibing for sure. So I'll let them chime in from from an artist standpoint, a producer standpoint.
It had good energy. It definitely had good energy. It had a different energy from the rest. For me, I started hearing a hook immediately. That's why I grabbed the paper, so I just could write down what I had in my mind.
I love it.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated the nostalgic element that it brought to the table, and I really liked the structure because I feel like a lot of times I'll get tracks that lack a lot of structure, and then I'll end up moving it around because it makes it easier to kind of freestyle to if the track is just kind of escalating with you. So I appreciated the structure and I loved the nostalgic vibe it brought for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I just saw J Ill. He wrote in the chat. He said, "quote I suck at mixing, man." You definitely don't suck at mixing, bro. But let me give you if I was you, what I would do right now is I would mix that joint again. And use the kick as the starting point to your mix. So you basically solo the kick and then you mix everything else under the kick, every single thing, man. And then see how that comes out after that, man. And make sure the kick's maybe 2 decibels above everything else, and then see how that feels, man. But yeah, I still think the mix was good, bro. I just wanted to hear the kick up a little bit.
Dope. Who we got next? Levi?
Levi.
Oh my God, Levi is actually in a chat, and it's not 4 a.m. for him. So you're welcome, Levi.
This is gonna be some out the box shit, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Fire.
He's always coming through with something just crazy, man. Just like that goes so far left with it. I love it though, man. That's why I love Levi's beats, man. Great job. How you feeling, Dream?
Man, there's a lot of things that I like about this beat, man. Particularly the percussion to me was what I like most about this, man. And there was like a big timpani there that was kind of panned slightly left. And what I like about that is like it's really hard to get timpanis into the mix and work with other things, but it seems like you did that like flawlessly. And just the crazy percussion, man, it just makes it really interesting. Like I feel like artists, you know, listen to the percussion and it's like ear candy. It's like, okay, that can draw them in, man. So I think you had everything. I think that you had a live guitar on there as well. So, I mean, just like every week, bro, you killed it, man. So yeah, super dope.
Oh yeah. Term, what do you think about that one, man?
I hear R&B. I hear like R&B, like kind of like a lot of like stacked vocals and shit like that. So I think if you could get a good songwriter to demo something on that, you know, maybe go the R&B route with the demo.
Okay. Interesting you say that. We have a really dope songwriter on the show right now. Breana, what are you thinking?
No, I agree. I definitely feel like that's one of those tracks you'll get like super in your feelings on. I love like the moody, like anything moody and dark, I'm pretty much in. Like I'm like I like it because I feel like that's just the easiest ones to write to, in my opinion. I don't know if that's weird, but
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So I definitely I dig it, and I agree with Dreamlife. I like the drums, and I love that it sounds totally out of the box compared to everything else.
Exactly. Yep. Hell yeah.
So man,
great job, Levi.
Keep it coming, bro.
And we got the OG M7K next. This guy gave me a recipe. I haven't tried it yet, but he's a big barbecue guy. Give me a recipe how to make whatever, really. I guess, you know, brisket or whatever it is, using iced tea, powdered iced tea mix. He says he's got the secret sauce. M7K, man, he's not just a producer, he's a barbecue master too.
to start, Breana? Because we know what the main theme is going to be.
You know, I think that might be my favorite that I've heard so far. I really like the beat. I liked all the different dynamics and elements that were in like the verses and the hooks. I really liked I think it was a post hook where she was like, whatever that melody was. I really liked that. I didn't really love the concept. I wish she pushed it a little further again. Like, you know, explaining the same feeling, but with a different word, like something more interesting. But I really, really dug that like post hook melody. I thought that was cool. Overall, I really liked it.
Fire. Term, what do you think, man?
I'm a fan. I liked it. I like the hook more than I like the beat, but I think that the hook and the beat go together good. Not a knock on the beat. I was just a big fan of the hook. I was a fan of the way she sang it and the other thing she said. I was a fan of that. That was she kind of like flexed her swag right there, because the hook could have been real one-dimensional and we didn't know if she had swag until she did that. So then when she did that, it was like, all right, yeah, this shit is unique. Yeah, but big fan of the hook, yeah.
Hell yeah. Dream, man.
I'm feeling it, man. The hook speaks for itself, and those guys touched on that, so I'm gonna leave that there. In terms of the beat, man, I like the bounce, bro. Like there was you had 2 different bass lines in the beat, maybe even 3. Maybe it was one bass line that I think might have been in the sample, and then there was like an 808 that you had that might have had 2 different patterns, but that gave us some nice bounce, and I really liked how you used that. Very ambient. I could hear some UK artists being on a beat like that. Kind of like almost on some drill type vibes. So I liked it, man. I definitely think you did the sample justice.
Hell yeah. No, I'm 7K killed it. I was digging it. What we got? 2 left. We got Lettuce and then Styles Beats. I know we have, I think, 3 more that came in late, but guys, we got to wrap this up after these next 2. But I promise you that me and Dreamlife will review these joints on our own. We have your emails and information. We'll reach out to you for sure. And then maybe even next week we can squeeze those in as well, Dream.
Yeah, and try to get them joints in on time, bro.
yeah. Try to get them a little bit earlier, not during the show or right before the show, if possible.
Time is money, baby. Time is money. Let's
go.
Yeah.
If I didn't have to be somewhere in the next like 25 minutes, I would be on all of them. But let's wrap these 2 up.
Word.
Beats by DJ Lettuce.
Okay, got a stag in there already. We're gonna have to charge him for that advertising slot though, Dreamlife.
Yeah, man. I got some pretty specific. I got 2 bits of pretty specific feedback. I'm gonna say the good stuff first. I'm gonna say I like the bounce a bit. I think it had a nice little ride to it. Yeah, and I could see some artists using that type of joint. The 2 things I want to say, and probably equally important, this joint is mastered way too loud, man. This, like, you can see it here, like compared to the other ones, and I think a few of the other ones might have been on the loud side. But this joint, I feel like you could turn this joint down like 5 decibels. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna let people hear a lot more of the details. Like, so in that sample, there's details, and in your drum programming, which I really liked, there's like little percussion details that get lost when the master is too high. People ain't gonna catch that stuff. So when you master it, when you bounce it out, you know, between 3 and 5 decibels less. And then secondly, the 808 was out of tune at certain points, you know, which isn't a big deal because it's just getting back into the sessions and just tweaking things a little bit. You know, you can probably do that. But they were the 2 little bits of criticism. But yeah, again, to end on the high note, like I like the drum programming and I like the bounce to that.
Cool. Breana, what did you think about it? Oh, Breana, I think you're muted. Nope, she's not. I wonder why we can't hear her.
Yeah, I can't hear her.
I was making sure it wasn't me. Is it me who can't hear?
No, I can't hear her either.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We got you. We got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely think it would be dope for some rappers. I liked the drums, and I thought the vibe was cool. I wish there was like something more, maybe. I feel like I'm missing something more. It felt like a lot of the same, but
Like another element or something, or some type of bridge or breakdown or something. Yeah, I hear you on that. I kind of felt the same way.
yeah.
Cool.
But overall, I think it was dope, and I could hear some rappers on it. I feel like it could also be maybe the element I'm missing is a vocal. So
true, very true. Term, what do you think, man?
I think what Dreamlife said about the mix being slammed, it hurt my ability to enjoy the beat, and I didn't realize why I wasn't feeling it. But now that I realized what he said, I think it was just a little too noisy for me. So maybe if he can bounce it down like 3 decibels, 3 to 5 decibels down, like Dreamlife said, then maybe I'll be whoever is writing the song will be able to enjoy the beat more.
100%, man. Great feedback. Great feedback. So we got Styles Beats, who is last. Let's see what he's got.
I'm feeling that one, man.
That was fun. That was a fun beat, bro.
Styles, like, I'm gonna tell you what I was feeling most about that joint, man, was first of all, overall, I thought it was a real solid joint, but I liked that the bass programming that you had on the hook. I thought that was real interesting. It was kind of like an 808 that you'd had real short and kind of pitched it. I like that, man. That gave it a nice bounce. And then secondly, I really like the percussion on that joint. I'm a sucker for like beats that have that type of percussion. So I was digging it. I would just say, man, like if I was gonna get super in depth about it, I I would probably try to add maybe one or two of your own melodic elements over the beat, just to give it a little bit more depth. But other than that, man, again, another real good submission.
Yeah, that beat was just fun to me. You know, that's what stuck out the most. It just had a cool vibe and just a really fun beat. Yeah, what'd you think about that one, man?
I like the beat. Definitely like the beat, like the vibe. I would like to hear an artist that knows how to rap fast on that beat. I think Joyner Lucas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Somebody like Logic, somebody that could be like, anybody get shut up, but you know what I'm saying? Fast like that, like bum bum bum. Like you could really rap like dope like that, like fast. That would be real crazy on that beat. That would really like, because it has a high, good energy and a bounce. So it just needs a good quality rapper on it, and that shit could be out of here.
Facts. I agree. Breana, what'd you think?
Oh, I love it. I would write to it, and I would probably go in like a super pop direction with it, like an urban pop vibe. But yeah, I love the drums. I love all of the like random vocal chops, and I love the openness. I would definitely write to it. I love it.
Whoa, dope. That's big praise.
Yeah, we had some really dope submissions. I'm sorry to the 3 other ones we can't get to, but we'll definitely check those out. I guarantee that. I assure you we'll check those out. And if we have time next week, we'll throw them in there. But yeah, great show today, guys. I just want to thank Termanology for coming through. I want to thank Breana for coming through. Dreamlife, of course. Guys, girls, everybody in the chat watching this, you know, go support these people that come on here and support you. You know, go over to Term's site. You know, go to Termanology on BeatStars, or go to his social media, or just look him up on the streaming platforms. You know, it takes nothing to just go listen to something that he's posting and check it out. And the same goes for Breana. You know, support her, what she's working on. You know, they come through and give us their time and their honest opinions. All you can give back is just the support of what they're working on. And obviously it goes the same for Dreamlife, but he's here every week. So, you know, we get that spiel.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here.
These 2 special guests, you know, there's a lot going on in the world, and for them to be here right now for, you know, well over an hour and to give feedback on people's stuff they've never heard before says a lot about them as humans and just awesome musicians, in my opinion. So thank you, Term. Thank you, Breana. Love both of y'all.
Thank you as well, Mike. Thank you as well, Mike, man.
Of course, man.
Same goes to you, brother. We appreciate you.
Listen, man, I'm getting paid to be here, so no.
Oh man.
Technically, I am, but it's not.
Bro.
No, man, it's all love, bro. I do this all day, all night, man. I've streamed for like 10 hours straight. It's insane, but no, we appreciate everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all too. Thanks for rocking out with us, and yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday. So go get those samples, and we're looking forward to what you guys can cook up, and we would love to have Term and Breana back on at some point. So thank you guys.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, everybody, be safe. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.